Destinites, and welcome again to another weekly update brought to you by the Great Owl. I've sifted through the information available on Bungie's website about their most recent update, and I want to offer my thoughts and opinions on it and kind of give you a shorthand list for anybody who doesn't want to go through the trouble of going and reading the whole large article. And I got mixed feelings about this one. It is totally a mixed bag because first off, they were gone for such a long period of time, and I want to temper my impatience with the fact that everybody needs to see their families. It's Christmas, and so for them to go dead like that, I kind of get. It seems sort of silly to expect maybe something as large as I was. But on the other hand, it was such a significant period of time. I was a little surprised at how little was revealed in this update, but maybe that's just wishful thinking on my part. But anyways, let's jump right into it. It kind of amounts to it's like 3 things that are going to happen as a result of this update that we've learned about basically, and I've definitely got a few thoughts on each. So the first one is going to be that they have where is it? Well, I'll scroll down here. The couple that plays together. So they are going to do a February event, which is going to be called Crimson Days, and it's introducing an interesting new 2v2 sort of competition in PvP, which I like because I've always wondered about that. I thought 2v2 could be a lot of fun, obviously, because it's not so daunting as going clutch with a 3v3. If you're the last one left, you could, for those of us trying to get up to that level, it's a little more realistic. So that's kind of interesting to me, and you can see here they've got some great artwork. They've kind of given us a preview of exactly how the tower is going to look during this period of time, and it's great. It's good art design, I think, that they've gone with. I do already. It's so funny. I want to be critical, right? Because you want things to always be good. So critically thinking. I don't mean critical in a criticizing way, but analyzing. So you can see here that it's going to start on February 9th, and it says, along with other improvements and fixes you'll receive in an upcoming February update, we're delivering a brand new 2v2 Crucible mode. We're calling it Crimson Doubles. It features a special twist born of new gameplay and mechanics that only battle-tested Star-Crossed lovers will appreciate. Okay, nice, haha. You can get some sweet loot, fantastic. Now, what gets revealed later on in the article is that they're not going to give us that, or I mean, you can see it right there. They're not going to give us the details to the mechanics of this new play style until the following week. So that seemed to me logically disheartening, because that's one of 2 things. It's A, you're just putting us on a drip feed of information, or B, you aren't actually ready yet to tell us about the mechanics. And I thought that was both of those don't inspire faith in the community. You want the community to feel like if you've mentioned this, to get us really excited about what exactly is, where this comes off as kind of bland. We got this new cool thing. We're just going to tell you that we have it, but none of the details to it, and we've been away for so long. But this is just one man's opinion, but that seemed kind of silly to me. The kind of reasoning behind that, where obviously they're trying to position themselves to look better to the community, that doesn't make them look good on either foot. So that seemed like a strange thing to do. I will say, though, I am excited for this kind of game mode. I think it'll be different and interesting, and I am excited to find out what it is. So maybe it's just brilliant marketing. Maybe that drip feed is what keeps us all going. I couldn't say definitively. Also coming back is the Iron Banner. The Iron Banner is coming back again, and it's going to start. You can see it will be starting on January 26th, so not far off. I believe that's coming. What is that? That's next Tuesday. So it's starting fast. Excuse me. And it's going to end on February 2nd. So I guess that's in time. When does it start? It's a short period of time between the two. Yeah, February 9th to February 2nd. And the game mode, as you can see as well, is going to be Rift. Now, I like that too. I like originality. I know that that's not everybody's favorite game mode, but I just like that it changes and it brings a different feel to each time that it's out. And so I think I'll enjoy that. And as always, you're going to be able to win sweet gear and stuff like that. And they're always introducing unique gear with that kind of in the style of the Iron Banner when it arrives. And this time around, we've got fusion rifles. Fusion rifles are coming down the pipeline, and you can take a look at it there. Of course, it looks awesome. It's the Iron Banner. The color scheme's sweet. The Iron Tree or Iron Oak or whatever the hell is the symbol there is awesome with the wolf heads and everything. So I love the art on this. I've always loved the Iron Banner weapons. I get them even if I don't use them necessarily, just as kind of keepsakes. And second to that, although I will definitely be using this one, considering the overall meta of the game, dare I say, is a scout rifle. Scout rifle's coming in, sexy as can be, looking real good with all the emblems and color scheme, all that good stuff. So that'll be really good. The fusion rifle is, those have kind of suffered for however long. They're not really that practical, but in the hands of a good player, it could be good. So we'll have to see what kind of perks come out of it. And of course, you can win these situationally. You don't have to just get them from ranking up. So that'll be interesting to see what kind of role you get and the sort of advantages you can get in that situation, given the base stats of the weapon. I'll try to do some reviews once I've put in some time on the weapons. And of course, something else that we all enjoy, I really, really enjoy, is that they have unique armor sets, of course. So you're going to get the unique armor sets. Those are coming back par usual. And they're not kidding, you can go basically up to the highest level of light. I think I got a 317, 319 chest piece for my hunter out of the last time that it was in the Iron Banner. So you can get very, very strong equipment from the Iron Banner. There's no question of that. It is top rank gear that you can get. So all the custom stuff you can pick up. That's something to look forward to. And as usual, the boon of being on a PlayStation and the bane of being on a Xbox is the, as you well know, exclusive armor. It says timed exclusive, so I'm imagining at some point this will be released to the Xbox. And it does kind of bum me out, being a PlayStation player, user, that I really do wish it's that gimme side of me that says, come on, design some more exclusive. If we got the exclusive, gives it a bit more exclusive stuff. But they're probably dedicating time to other things like brand new content as opposed to these sort of events that are coming up. All right, yeah, so you got the unique PlayStation stuff like you would expect. And then they went to talk about something. Here's again where I take issue with them. It's not with the final result, it's the way that they discuss it. So this section of the update is called Picking a Fight. So they've talked about how, or a lot of people have complained in the forums that they noticed a sort of mismatching that was occurring in matches, and they've broken the silence in this article as to why that might be happening. So basically it says this: with all this talk about finding teammates, let's take a closer look at how we sort you out with opponents. We're talking, of course, about matchmaking. Then they go on and kind of graze over it, and then they come down to how the fights get picked. It says, what's going on? Rumor has it the Crucible has been pretty tense. This guy says, this is Lars, I assume, is one of the design leads, yes, for how the matchmaking occurs. He says, it's been getting a little, shall we say, sweaty. Yes, sweaty. One of the bigger complaints we received during the year was that you could get in a very lopsided match. In the Crucible, a long-term solution was always to retool the entire skill matching system under the hood so players would have much closer matches. That makes practical sense, so you can improve your game more steadily. So how exactly do you measure the skill? Next question. Super secret mathematical systems. I think sometimes they try to be a little too hip and fun when they write this, but whatever. I'm not going to judge somebody on something like that. That's just my general observation of it. Okay. The question, here's the big one. They say, when did you start doing this? And they say, we launched the Taken King with an overhaul to the skill system that would let us gather information about how we can best prioritize a match. That first began in October, beginning with the control playlist. Over time, we've expanded the system to cover more activities in Crucible. Okay, so you did it without telling the community, so they do the question kind of joking about, haha, we're not transparent. They say, the question to him is, why didn't you tell me? And he says this, Lars says, in order to really put it through the paces, we needed raw, unbiased data that gave us great results that allowed us to learn how to make it better. Okay, sure. And then we have, I'll jump one of the questions to the next is, do you promise to tell me next time? And this is Lars' answer. He says, "We promise. In fact, there are some new changes coming in the near future that are intended to help reduce what we call latency, what you call lag. We're looking through all the new data now, and we'll be talking about measures to improve the experience." Okay, so this is why I take issue with the way in which these questions have been answered. You have to choose a side. So basically, when asked the question, "Why didn't you tell me?" they've chosen this side. They've said, in order to put it through its paces, we needed raw, unbiased data. The positioning of your argument then is to say that we didn't tell you because it's necessary to get things done right. And then I think, oh, okay, so I understand in the future if you don't tell us things, you need us not to be thinking about the change that's already in place and our behavior to be altered because we already know about the change. That kind of makes sense. But then when the question is placed, "Do you promise to tell me next time?" he says, "We promise. In fact, there are some new changes coming in the near future." So the whole defense that you just outlaid by saying that you will always promise in the future to tell us exactly what you did makes no sense at all. Why would you say in the one case, why would you defend yourself in the one case and then say in all future information releases forward, if we do change something, we'll tell you? And to me, I think that's where I think they're great game designers. I think they know what they're doing to improve the game, but just not so good at communication or communicative logic sometimes. So I don't know what exactly they were thinking there. So that's just kind of funny stuff. But that's exciting to note the things that you're seeing there. So basically they are trying to deal with a latency lag issue. They are doing things in terms of matchmaking to try and improve that. You can see they're working on the game, and that's what you want as a player. Whether they know exactly how to communicate that to us that well is another thing, but you learn to live with it, and the game is steadily improving. That's why I don't mind so much. And then finally it comes down to, there's an update that I'm not even going to go through the details. Basically, they're addressing issues to do with bugged out quests, and that leads to my kind of wrap up and sort of frustration with this information release that they had. So you've basically seen three things. You've seen that they're going to do the Crimson Doubles event, they're bringing back Iron Banner, and they addressed issues with quests. Now, quest patches should just be happening even if you're on break. Damn it, fix the damn quest issues that you're having. That's so bare bones. Then you have the other majority of the update that is taken up with this is letting us know that there's Iron Banner, which is good, but not that significant because you are rehashing things that have been done before in the past. And the one thing that we come down to then is completely, aside from the information regarding matchmaking, completely fresh is the Crimson Doubles, which you tell us very little about for whatever reason. And it even says here in Crimson Doubles that it'll be somewhere on the same size of the Festival of the Lost Souls event. Yeah, here it is. Exact quote is, "It's on scale close to Festival of the Lost." And so it's like, Festival of the Lost was not that significant. It was a cool event that kind of flash in the pan, came and went. So an underwhelming update. I don't want to say that, but I have to be honest and I have to be objective, and this update was underwhelming. You gave us basically minor patch notes, a small update to an event that is coming in I am excited about, and maybe I'll get more excited once they tell us exactly what the game mechanics are, and it'll be very unique. And then the Iron Banner. But yes, I'm excited for it, but wasn't anything new. And given this great period of time that they had, I thought there would kind of be a welcome back mega article. But because they're not so, I'm objectively saying they're not so good at communicating, the weird way that they could work is that they didn't understand that the order of release, this was a really important release, and for some god knows reason, next week we might get a major huge update, and it just shows great game makers really improving the game, turning out great stuff, but still learning about the whole communication aspect and how to position that better, because it would only be in their interest, because it gets the community more excited, it means more people buy copies, it means more people are playing. So those are my thoughts. That's the Great Owl's weekly update. I should add in some kind of echo effect at that point. If you enjoy this, please do like, subscribe, and share. I'm always doing these updates. I'm always doing Where is Zer, weapon reviews, everything, you name it. All Destiny, all the time. So I will sign off for now, but catch you guys in the next video. Peace.